In this video we are going to talk about how to make the stitching lines. So that I just see the sleeve of mine is sort of disconnected, and if I zoom this a bit it looks a bit disconnected. So I'll just go over here and nudge it inside so that it looks a part of it. Okay, now do you see these lines that are coming out from here? Okay, just see this. So these are all sharp lines that are coming out from the garment, which should not happen, and it usually does when you're making your flats. So this is where it is important for us to make a style library, and I will select all of this and go over to my stroke line here, go here, and here I have, right now this is butt cap and bead join. So to explain this better, if I make a small square like this, and I'll zoom this a bit to show to you. So these are the sharp points that I'm talking about. Now while making your flats and illustration, you should not have these sharp edges. So in order to remove it, what we do is we select this and we have round caps and round corners like this. And I can use this as a graphic style, because in the future also I'll be having this kind of a problem where I'll be having these sharp edges. So I'll just go over and I'll create a graphic style. So while this is already selected and I've already given the functionality of round cornered, I'll just go over and just double click on this, and always remember to label your style name. So this is rounded corner. You click OK. Now the usability of this is, let me just delete this. Now when I select all of this, marquee select all of this, I can just click on round corner like this, and you see all of the corners, the sharp edges have gone. So this is the usability of this style. Now the next style that I would like to discuss is whenever you are working, you're showing the back line, neckline, or any kind of inside seam, you always show it with a gray background. So I would like to fill this, and I'll fill it with CMYK, where K is 50 and CMY is 0. So I will fill this with a gray color, and I will like to make this as a graphic style. Just label it and write this as gray and click OK. So this is my second graphic style. Now one very important graphic style is the stitching one, which I will discuss. So what I'm going to do is I'll start here. So with my short key direct selection tool selected, double click on the bottom line, Control C, Control F, and so I push it up, like this, and I want to give a dash line to this. So I go over to here and I go to dash line and I give it a 2.2 point. Now the reason I give 2.2 point is when you would be printing this, it would come out much better, in a much better form, and it would show as a dash line. So that is why it's a tried and tested formula. So it's 2.2 point, and since the weight of this line is too big, it looks almost the same as my outline, so I would try to reduce it. So I will go over and put it to 0.5 point. Now since I've already given this, one more thing that I would like to do is, so I'll explain this with a square before making my graphic style in the dash line. So I have made this, and dash line is 2.2 point, but do you see there is no symmetry in my corners? So I want a symmetry in my corners, because I might just make it, it is just not one line that I would be making, I'll be making quite many lines, so I would be using these 2 points. So this is exact dash and this is symmetrical, so I will use a symmetrical dash. So you see this, it becomes more symmetrical. Now I can just unfill this line. Here also I'm unfilling it. So I want a blank stroke, a 0.5 point weight, and 2.2 point dash line, and I would like to create a graphic style to this. So I will just go over and just double click and write dash line. Now if you see this, you will be facing another problem, like these thumbnails are really small and you're not able to know which one is what. So what we do is we go over to this 4 dashes here, and we go over to large list. So when we go over to large list, we have our labeled styles right here. Also we would like to save this, so what I'm going to do is again go over to the 4 dash lines and save graphic style library. So I would like to save this as a style library, and so this is my start file library, and save it. So whenever I want to use my graphic style library, I can always access it like this. If I want to in the next video, if I want to access it, I'll show you how to access. So here also I can create the same thing. Just here I would simply make a line like this. Just create a line parallel. There you go. And instead of kind of creating it again, what I would do is just select this line, reflect it. So copy. There you go. So I have the sleeves hemlines also done. So now we come to the neckline. So here what I can do is just select this point here. With my direct selection tool, I'll just select this line, Control C, Control F, remove the fill, push it a little down like this, and I can drag these lines, I can just drag it like this to make it a little parallel to the neckline, to make a little adjustment. But I think once you know how to do it, you will have no problem. And again give the dash line functionality. Now here at the back also I would like to have a seam here. So what I can do is just do the same thing, just select the line, double click, Control C, Control F, remove the fill, push it a little. Now I push it on the side, which I don't want. Remove the fill and push it a little down like this. There you go. And then give the dash line. So this is how a basic t-shirt looks on a fashion template with the proper seam allowances. Now in the next video we are going to talk about how to make the back.